Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to answer one of the Selenium interview questions. That is, how to parameterize tests in JUnit. Let me answer. So to answer this question, I need to practically demonstrate this for you in a step-by-step manner. Okay, so this is the entire code that we have to write. I'll simplify it for you during the explanation and practical demonstration. So what we are going to do first is we'll start from scratch. We'll create a new project, file new, and simply select this project option. You'll get this new project in Eclipse IDE and search for Maven, and you'll get this Maven project option. Select that, click on next. Once you get this, just again click on next without changing anything. So here you will get all the different archetypes or templates that are available. So let's wait for a while. Once you get this Maven, just search for Maven. Maven hyphen archetype hyphen quick start. Okay, like this you search for. Then you will get this multiple things. You have to select the Apache one. So I'm using the latest 1.4 at your time. If you get any other latest version, you can go with that, or you can go with 1.4. Okay. So 1.4 or above, you have to go with. Click on next. And you will get this dialog where in the artifact ID, you have to give the name of the project. That is JUnit demo project. I'll just give some group ID, JDP or something. Okay. This matters. This you can give anything. And here package name, I'll say JPack or something. Click on finish. A Maven project will be created in a while. So creating Maven and you'll get this kind of console. Okay. Just observe the console, guys. You'll get all these messages. Let it go on. Okay. And finally, it will ask you to type Y. Okay. Just type Y here and press enter. That's it. Build success will happen and Maven project will be created. You see, this is a Maven project which got created. And expand that. You go to the pom.xml file. By default, you will get JUnit. Okay. So with this archetype, whatever I have given while creating this Maven project, that is Maven Quick Start, archetype Quick Start, and Apache one, right? By default, you will get all this stuff in the pom.xml file. You don't have to do much thing. So you can also see dependencies, and by default, you already got the JUnit. If you didn't get the JUnit here, the simple way to get the JUnit is to go to the MVN repository, open the pom.xml file, and go to the MVN repository and search for JUnit. So just search for JUnit here. You'll get JUnit. Normal JUnit, you just select, click on that. And here, the latest version, whatever you have, you can take it. Okay. So I'm okay with whatever that is coming by default. 4.11 is coming by default. I'm okay with that. Okay. So if not, you just go to that whatever the version and copy from there and paste it here. Okay. Under the dependencies. Like that, you can get the dependencies. And once you have the JUnit dependencies added here, expand this src Java. We have a package. Don't worry about the package. Delete this file, which is coming by default. And right click on this package, create a new class. I'll just name this class as demo class. Click on finish. That's it. Now, inside this class, okay, I need to create, parameterize the tests inside this class. Okay. So to parameterize the tests, the first thing that we have to do is, you can see on the top, on the above the class, you have to write this run with annotation from JUnit @run with. This is the first step. @run with. Okay. Pour the mouse on @run with and import it from JUnit library. Done. After that, put circular brackets. And inside the circular brackets, type parameterize.class. Okay. That is the thing. Parameterized dot class. That's it. The errors are gone. Now, this class is eligible for the test methods inside this class are eligible for parameterization because of that annotation. Now, what next? Next thing is that you create something like a constructor. Okay. You just create some constructor. Before creating the constructor, create some, variables inside the class, like int value, or okay, otherwise int a is equal to int a, okay, int a, int sorry, here semicolon should come, then int b you say, and say int result use. Okay, that's it. 3 items. Int this one is otherwise this is expected result. Okay, expected sum or something. Okay, expected result or expected sum, whatever it is. So you write like this, three things you write down. Okay, int a, int b, int expected sum. Just for example case, guys. Okay, you don't have to do whatever I am doing. Okay, now create a constructor like this. Public constructor won't have any return type, and name of the constructor will be same as the name of the class. And here write down the same thing, int a comma int b comma int expected sum. Now you see the parameters inside this constructor are similar to the parameters of this class. Variables of the class. To differentiate the class variables from these parameters of this constructor, I would use this keyword in Java. This dot a is equal to a. Now this a is nothing but a parameter in this constructor, whereas this dot a is nothing but the variable in the class, like that. Okay. So this dot b is equal to b. Then this dot expected sum is equal to expected sum. Okay. Done. This is a constructor we have to create. This is a step-by-step process, guys. Okay. First we have to write the annotation, then create the variables, required variables that you would like to parameterize in the test method, and then you have to create a constructor and initialize this class variables with the help of these parameters of the constructor. Then what next? Then next step is you have to pass the test data. Data. Okay. So we have to pass the data to the whatever the data, multiple sets of data we have to pass. Okay. Multiple sets of data we have to pass. So how to pass multiple sets of data? For that, create one, like this, public static, okay, like this data kind of, you can give some name like data, and the return type should be collection of object array, single dimensional object array. You have to strictly follow this. And on the top of that, you have to mention this, annotation at the rate parameterize dot parameters kind of annotation. And inside that, you have to return multiple sets of data. Okay, like that. Let's do it. Public. Don't forget about static. If you don't write the static, you will get an error. Okay. Collection is Java collection of object, single dimensional object array. And here give the name for the data supplier method, data I'll say. And like this. Okay. For the mouse, import it from Java. That's it. And on the top of this method, we have to write the annotation like parameterized dot parameters. I think I have gave the correct one. Let's see. Dot. Yeah. Parameters only, right? Parameters. Yes, parameters. There are two things. One is parameter and another one is parameters. So give parameters. Okay. Now, why it's giving the error, we have to return this. Whatever the return type is there here, that need to be returned. Okay. So let's return that. Return what? Arrays dot as list. Okay. Arrays. You have to convert that arrays to list as a list. And inside this list, create an array. You are converting the object array as a list because its collection is there. Okay. So new, don't worry too much about what I am typing and all. This is how we have to follow in JUnit. Okay. There's no other way. Okay. So here, create the two-dimensional object array. There's a shortcut for two-dimensional object array, as everyone knows. If you want, you can take it here. Okay, put a semicolon here. That's it. And here, write down how many multiple sets of two-dimensional array data you want to pass. Okay, so here, if you want to pass, let's say 3 sets of data, just write 3 curly braces. Okay, this is two-dimensional object array. One curly brace is already there. And inside that, again, curly braces, shortcut representation for two-dimensional object array. Okay, that you are converting into arrays at the list at the last using as list and all. So here write down the three values that you have to pass. First one is the value to the A we have to pass, the value to the B, then expected sum we have to pass. For example, if you give 1, 1, so the expected result should be what? Let's say expected sum should be what? 2. 1 plus 1, 2, right? For example, if I give 5, minus 3, then it should be 5 plus minus 3 should be 2. So here if I say minus 1, 9, minus 1 plus 9 is 8. Okay, like this. So this data will be passed. Okay, this multiple sets of data will be passed. Now the next thing is, finally, the next thing is, okay, we have to create a test method. So let's create the test method as shown here. Let's create the test method. So public void sample test, okay, sample test, and convert this normal method into the JUnit test method. For that, @test annotation is required. Import it from JUnit. Then here inside it, you have to do the calculation, okay? So you are saying what int result is equal to, okay, calculator you are saying. 1 minute, let me explain. So this is not required. You don't have to use this predefined class and all. I will make it more simple for you. Simple. Int actual sum. Actual sum is equal to, here on the top you can see A and B. Okay, this parameters the parameters or values are being passed to this constructor anyhow, and they are getting assigned to this A, B, and all this stuff. Okay, these are the class variables, right? I can access them anywhere. Okay, throughout the class I can access this A, B, and all those stuff, and say A plus B. That's it. Simple. Int actual sum is equal to A plus B. Now I have to make sure whether this actual sum is matching with the expected sum. Okay, here you're also passing the expected sum, right? It should pass. Okay. For that, we have to use assertions. Some JUnit assertions like assert equals is there. Assert dot assert equals. We can write assert dot assert from JUnit. We have to say assert equals from JUnit. Okay, JUnit. You can go with this one int. Okay, assert equals from JUnit. So it got deprecated. The method is deprecated. So let me see what else we have. Assert dot assert. 1 minute. So the problem here is we have used a wrong one. This should not be the import statement. We have to use a different one. So write down assert first of all. Let's see what will happen. Again, it's the same thing coming assert. Then after that, hover the mouse on assert and see if you are getting any import statements. No, assert dot. From here, okay, instead of, you see there are two things coming. JUnit framework assert is coming or JUnit assert is coming. You have to take from dot. Assert equals equals from, where is that one? Let's go with something. Let's see what will happen. This one is now imported from arg JUnit assert. That is what is expected. Now here, first one is expected. So here expected should come. Where is expected? Expected sum is here. This dot expected sum. And actual is calculated here. That's it. Okay. If they both match, the test will pass. How many times this single test method will run? It depends on how many sets of data we are parameterizing or passing. Okay. So this is how it has to be done. Okay. This is how it has to be done. Any other steps left out? No, I think so. Let's run this test and see how many times this JUnit test will be running. 3 times it should run and 3 times it should pass. Okay. because when you are adding, you are getting you gave proper results here. So expected results are proper. 1 plus 1 is equal to 5 plus minus 3 is 2, minus 1 plus 9 is 8. Everything is correct in expected sum, but actual sum is also will come proper, a plus b, right? So logic will be good and fine. Now let's run it. Right click, run as JUnit test. Let's see what will happen. You see 3 times the test got run. Sample test got run for the first time, second time, and for the third time. Every time it got passed. Every time it got passed. So we didn't get any console output, but in JUnit, results tab, you can clearly see the sample test method got run how many times? 1 time, 2 time, third time. Okay, with different sets of data, and every time it got passed. What if I give a wrong result here? For example, 7. Minus 1 plus 9 is 8, but I'm expecting 7, which is wrong. So this time if I run it, one failure will come. Okay, one time it will fail. You see, first time it got passed, second time it got passed, but third time it got failed. This is failed. Okay, so that proves that we have successfully parameterized the tests in JUnit. So hope guys you got the answer for this question with practical demonstration. Okay, with this example and all, you can tweak and all those stuff. Okay. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye bye.